Welcome to the Explainer. You know, today we're cracking the code on two of punctuation's most confusing characters. So, get ready because we're about to settle the score, once and for all, in the ultimate showdown, colons versus semicolons.
Oh yeah, we've all been there, right? Staring at that blinking cursor, you know your sentence needs something more, a stronger connection, maybe a bigger reveal. But which one do you pick? Which punctuation mark is going to deliver that knockout punch? Is it the colon or the semicolon? Well, let's end that confusion for good.
Okay, so to solve this whole punctuation puzzle, we're going to meet our contenders. And look, instead of just memorizing a bunch of boring rules, we're actually going to get to know their personalities.
All right, first up in the ring is the colon. The easiest way to think of this guy, it's like a signpost. A giant arrow pointing forward, basically yelling at your reader, hey, get ready for what's next.
Yeah, think of the colon as a big-time announcer. Its whole job is to grab the reader's attention and signal that something important is coming up. You know, like a list, a big explanation, or a really key example it's about to drop.
So the colon really has two main jobs, kind of like its signature moves. Let's see them in action.
Okay, first up, the colon is an absolute master at introducing lists. See how the first part of the sentence, for my birthday, I want 3 things, is a complete thought all on its own? The colon then comes in and acts like a drum roll, saying, and here they are.
Now, its second big job is to introduce an explanation or a clarification. The advice is, always read the questions twice. See? The colon perfectly connects the setup with the punchline. It makes the relationship between those two parts totally clear.
Okay, now this is the golden rule for colons, so listen up. The part that comes before it absolutely must be a complete sentence. It has to be able to stand on its own, as a full thought. You gotta have that solid launch pad for the arrow.
All right, let's bring in our second contender, the semicolon. And if the colon is an arrow, well, the semicolon is a bridge. Its entire job is to connect and link ideas.
You know, a really great way to think of the semicolon is as a winking period. It has two super specific jobs, and both are all about creating these strong connections. You know, for those times when a simple comma or period just isn't going to cut it.
So its first job is to link two complete sentences that are basically best friends. Just look at the difference here. Using a period, it works, sure, but it feels kind of distant, right? The semicolon, though, it shows that these two ideas are super related. One explains the other. It just creates a way smoother flow.
Here's another great example. The semicolon connects a cause with its effect. Notice how I finished my homework early is a complete sentence, and so is I got to play video games. They're independent thoughts. The semicolon just links them to show how closely related they are, and bam, you get this really nice, sophisticated flow.
Okay, on to its second job, acting as a super comma. And seriously, just take a look at this list. It's a total mess, isn't it? Like, are Paris and France two different places on the list? All those commas just create complete and utter confusion.
And voila, look at that. By using semicolons to separate the main items, everything becomes instantly clear. The semicolons act like organizers, grouping the city and country pairs together. It just cleans up the whole mess and makes the sentence so much easier to read. It's a simple, super elegant solution.
All right, it is time for the main event. We've met our contenders, we know their signature moves, so now let's put them head to head and make their differences crystal clear.
Okay, let's boil this all down to the basics. A colon introduces something. It's that arrow pointing from the setup to the punchline. A semicolon, on the other hand, connects two equal partners. It's the bridge linking a cause with its effect. That really is the core difference right there. One introduces, the other connects.
So we've seen all the logic. Now let's make sure this stuff actually sticks with two really simple memory tricks.
For the colon, I want you to just picture an arrow. It points forward, from a complete thought straight to its explanation, or its example, or its list. And remember, just like a real arrow, you need a stable, complete launch pad, a full sentence, before you can fire it off.
And what about the semicolon? Well, just think of it as that friendly winking period. It's winking to link two complete sentences, signaling, hey, these two are buddies. And for that wink to really work, you absolutely need a complete sentence on both sides. It's two best friends linked together.
So, there you have it. The code is officially cracked. The colon points forward. The semicolon connects. See? They aren't so scary after all, are they?
Now you've got the tools to use them with total confidence, which is going to make your writing so much stronger and clearer. So the only real question left is, how are you going to use them?